Hello students. In this video, we will learn summary writing. We will discuss, first of all, what is a summary, why do we need to write a summary, and then we'll discuss how to write a summary, what steps of summary writing, and some do's and don'ts of summary writing. So let's begin with the first question. What is a summary? A summary is a condensed restatement which contain main ideas of a piece of writing. So, summary is a rewritten statement which contains main ideas of a piece of writing. That piece of writing can be an article, can be an essay, can be a book, can be a report, or can be a thesis. So, the process of summarizing actually involves condensing information without changing the original meaning and focus of a text. That is, you condense a text, that is, minimize the wording by focusing on only the main ideas but without changing the original meaning and focus of the text that is written for. A summary is actually 1/3 of the original text. Alright? Now, why do we need to write a summary? And why the summary writing is essential? So here, just have a look at, you need to write a summary, maybe to give a quick and accurate detail about something. Second, provide an easy access to important information to someone. Revise main points for an oral presentation. Generally, when you give a long oral presentation, a summary can help your audience to revise the main points of your oral presentation. And lastly, a summary can be useful for providing a brief overview of a large document like a project report. A project report is usually a very lengthy document, and if someone wants to access a gist of the project report, a summary can provide that brief overview. So, to achieve these purposes, we write different types of summaries in professional, or we need to write different summaries in professional and technical writings that include a summary, an executive summary, and an abstract. All these are three kind of summaries meant for three different things. Let's have a look at when we need a summary. A summary is the end part of an oral presentation or written description to review the main points. So when you want to end your presentation or a written description and you want to review the main points, we include the summary at the end. Coming to the executive summary, an executive summary is an overview of main points and is written for executives to plan an action, especially when you write a proposal to sanction certain project. The executives usually don't have too much time to get into the details of the proposal, so such people can access the main points in the executive summary which is provided there. Now coming to abstract, an abstract is a brief overview of the main highlights of a research presented in a report or a research paper. So when you are researching and you present the report of your research, maybe in the form of a report, when you present the research in the form of a report or a research paper, abstract is usually the first part of your report or the research paper about your research. So it gives a clue about what the abstract gives a clue to the reader what the research is all about. Now, one thing you notice among all these three types, that they are brief overview of main points of an original text. It can be a presentation, oral presentation, or any written description, maybe a proposal, maybe a report, maybe a research paper, or can be any article. Now let's have a look at how to write a summary. For that, first we need to understand features of a good summary. A good summary is first complete. You have learned the principle of completeness. The same applies here. When we say summary, summary should be complete. That means it should contain or it should include all the main points from the original text. Second, it should be clear. You have learned about the principle of clarity. Clarity means conveying the message accurately across. A summary should tell clearly what the original text conveys. A summary should convey the message that the original text conveys. Alright? Now coming to the last feature of a summary is, and the most essential feature of the summary is, concise. We have learned about the principle of conciseness. A summary should be concise. That is, it should be in minimum words. Alright? Now, let us move on to writing. How to write summary. That is, steps of summary writing. If you have an article to summarize, or a book to summarize, or a report to summarize, the first thing that you need to do is read the original text and write the central idea of the original text in a sentence, which we call as a topic sentence. Okay? So once you jotted down the central idea into a topic sentence, again you have to go back to the text. That is, read the text again and note the important points in the original sequence. So now what you have done? You have done two things. One, you have noted a topic sentence, and second, you have noted important points from the original text in the same sequence. Once that is done, we move on to writing a paragraph. That is the summary. Okay? Now keep that original text aside. You don't have to copy anything from there. What you have to do is write a paragraph starting with the topic sentence that you have noted. Second, combining the main points in supporting sentences. And lastly, read the paragraph that you have built up. Check any omission of important points, and if there are irrelevant points, then you need to discard them. Alright? So these are the steps of summary writing. But these steps are not merely enough for writing a summary. There are certain do's and don'ts of summary writing that one must keep in mind. The first thing we will look at are the do's of summary writing. Number one, when you are writing a summary, ensure you're writing a summary in just one paragraph only. Second, the paragraph should be written in third person narration style. You know what is third person narration? Alright? Okay. Now coming to the third one. Write the summary in your own words. You don't have to copy the words and the sentences from the original text as it is, but it should be written in your own language. Alright? Now, while writing the paragraph, keep the original sequence of the main ideas. And last thing that you have to keep in mind, that write in minimum words. When we learnt about the principle of conciseness, we have talked about how to replace wordy expressions. Okay, so let's now move on to do not, that is don'ts of summary writing. So let's have a look what should we avoid while writing a summary. So the first thing is, do not copy original text. I have already told you that you have to write the summary in your words, in your own words, in your own language. Here you should not copy the original text. Okay, now move on to the next. Do not change any facts or any information. That means the summary should reflect the message in the original text. You should not change any fact in the summary. Alright, now coming to the next. Do not add any personal comment. You cannot say I like. You cannot say I think. Okay, you have to avoid personal opinions, personal comments from adding into the summary. At the same time, summary does not include examples and illustrations. Examples and illustrations like graphs and tables, etc., that we do not include in a summary. So remember this one important instruction, that do not add any personal comment, examples and illustrations in summary writing. Next, one more important thing to avoid wordiness, that do not repeat any point. If you have written it once, that should be only once and not repeatedly done. So that's how a summary is written. Thank you so much. I hope you have learned summary writing and practice it with the assignment that I'm going to give. Thank you.